Hello, greetings and welcome to earGROUND, New Voice Amplifier. This is the platform we speak to creatives from all over the continent, from motherland Africa. And today we are connected to Nigeria. We are going to be speaking to Khaid, who's an amazing artist, one of the fastest rising artists on the continent. And he recently dropped some very interesting body of work, a new project called Jolie. We're going to be talking about that a whole lot more and more. Welcome to earGROUND, Khaid.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Great, great. And Khaid, is that your real name? Is that the name on your ID?
No, that's not the name of my ID. Khaid was given to me by my record label boss, Sydney Tucker. Yes, so we had to just attach a meaning to it when it was given to me. So I've been doing music since an early age, actually, just freestyling. I think at the age of 12, 13. Yeah, like I started freestyling at the age of 12. But when I was 15, I had to tell my parents, yeah, I want to do music like on a more serious note. And it was amazing how they were like free with the idea.
Oh, wow.
And everything. Yeah. And
Which
at
is
the age of
unusual at most parents, especially in our context, they always like go to school.
Yeah, good. Actually, we were having some little issues at home financially. So it was kind of like just, oh, you want to do music? Okay, if you want to do music, you have to just like have or learn and a hand job while you're doing music. So I had to just like learn the mechanic stuff. And while I was a mechanic, I was still doing my music. Yeah,
so you are a mechanic, but you're doing music.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's quite an interesting balance there. Are you managing to balance the two, or now music is weighing heavily on your other work?
Now it's just music for now. Now it's just music because when the mechanic was just like to please my mom and my dad that I'm doing something. But finally the music worked out, yeah. So I just had to like drop off with the mechanic.
Great, great. And how much music have you released before we talk about your new release? Like, do you have albums? Do you have EPs? Like, how much body of work do you have out there?
I got 3 singles with an EP out.
Right.
Yeah.
And how has been the reception so far?
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. I love like the love I'm getting from the fans is really cool, and the appreciation is just too mad. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, great. And you gave your fans another gem of a song, Jolie. What's the story behind Jolie? I love it. It's a beautiful song, and
Thank you.
it hits on a certain level. And ever since I got the link, I've had like it on my replay for quite some time now.
Oh, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that song? Yeah.
Jolie is actually a miraculous song, I would say. Because I wasn't even with the intention of writing a song, because we're already planned and we were set to release another EP without Jolie being on the EP. And I think there was one fateful day I was praying upstairs. Then when I finished praying, I went downstairs, and because we had a producer come over, and the producer was actually just playing random beats. And I heard the beat for Jolie, and I was like, yo, can you play that beat again? And I just freestyled. And I'm like, oh, I think I want this to be a song. And we actually just recorded that night. And actually playing it for the team. Everybody was like, yo, I think we should release this first. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was how Jolie came about. Yeah.
Oh, that is great. You know, I've just noticed something that I find quite interesting. That I've spoken to a few Nigerian artists, and they sound so calm, so chilled. But on the music front, very aggressive, pushing, breaking boundaries. Is that an
Yeah.
alter ego? How do you switch that? Like, how do you manage to?
I don't know. I think it's just something with every Nigerian artist.
Mhm,
I don't know. I don't know. Some Nigerian artists are different though. But I don't know. For me, it's just like outside the music, I'm something different.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah, outside the music, I'm a different person.
mhm.
Yeah, it's just two different personalities actually.
Ah, and the music scene in Nigeria right now, I know it's such a big buzz because we feel it from far across here in Zimbabwe.
Yeah,
The impact
yeah.
is wide and reaching. And how is it like back home? I try to imagine how it is like in Lagos, how it is like in Abuja and other cities in Nigeria when the impact is coming. So it feels like Nigeria is our neighbor. This is how much we have responded or respond to Nigerian music. How is
Mm-hmm.
the scene back home?
Um, it's crazy right here actually. The love, I'll keep on saying it's crazy. The acceptance and everything is just wild. I can't really explain actually. I can't really explain. But I'll say it's crazy and it's
Wow.
amazing too. Yeah,
And amazing and crazy. That's quite beautiful a description there. What's
yeah.
driving you? What's the drive? What's the motive? Where are you heading with your music?
Um, with my music, you mean like direction wise or like future wise?
The future, like your impact, like your main goal as an artist, say, looking at how I hit this level, this is where
Okay,
I'm going. Yeah.
okay. Actually, every artist want to get to the top. Actually, every
Mhm.
artist want to be like one of the big artists out there. Yeah, I do want to be a big artist, but I think with my music, where I'm heading, I just want to come from a point where everybody is able to see that, oh, this kid or this guy actually did music in a different type of way, or this kid actually changed like the African music scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to just like put it out there. Oh, this kid actually added to the Afrobeat, the growing of Afrobeat around the world. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And and the when you're making music, what informs your compositions? Like what gets into your head? Like what's your creative process like? What are you trying to communicate to the world?
Okay, so making music for me is just, I would say it's miraculous first of all, because most times I don't even plan to make them. I just say, oh, I just want to vibe and play around the studio, and I end
Mhm.
up creating something. My creative process, I would say, is amazing. Actually, most times when I get into the studio, I really don't have like what I want to sing about in my head, because if I try to put like a limitation to my headspace, there are some things I won't be able to create actually. So when
Mhm.
I go to the studio, I'll go to the studio with like fresh head. Like, sometimes I just have my sound recorder with me. So if I'm not in the studio or if I'm somewhere tired, I could just actually record any vibe I get. Actually,
Wow.
yeah,
And as far as collaborations, is it something that you're open to? Would you consider a collaboration with other
yeah,
artists?
definitely I would.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely I would.
And
I
what does
would.
it take?
There's a lot
Say
of
there
great
are
artists.
artists from Zimbabwe, from South Africa that are watching that, or Zambia, that would love to collaborate with you. Like, what does it take? What should they bring onto the table?
I don't know, good music. Yeah, definitely good music.
Mhm.
There's a lot of Zimbabwe artists, South African artists, a lot of artists that I want to work with apart from Nigerian artists. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Wow, great. And after Jolie, what are we expecting? Or maybe it's too soon to ask since Jolie is still making people,
Nah,
you know.
no, no, no. It's not too soon actually,
Mhm.
because we have some things coming on the way.
Wow.
Like it's actually like back to back, back to back, back to back.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So just expect the best actually. We got some songs coming up, we got EPs, albums. So yeah, there are definitely more things to
Ah,
expect to come.
great.
Yeah.
And 5 years from now, where do we see Khaid?
5 years from now, I
Yes.
can't really tell the future though, but I think yeah, still making music. Yeah, trying to better my sound. Um, I'm doing big things actually, learning and unlearning and relearning. Yeah, still learning and trying to like take my sound worldwide. Yeah, I think
Right.
so.
I like that you mentioned worldwide, I think 3 times in the conversation so far. And I get a sense that you are really determined. You're not looking at Nigeria alone, but you're looking at the world. And
Yeah,
Nigeria, through Afrobeats and other music genres, is managed to actually do that. The stage has been
yeah,
set, Grammys been won.
yeah.
What would be your advice to somebody who's watching from another country or from Zimbabwe who is dreaming to be at the stage where Nigerian artists are? Like, what should they focus on?
Oh, I think they should actually focus on making their sound like a universal sound, something that can be relatable, even not 100% relatable, but actually have some relatable words and lyrics. And again, just create good music, mostly good music. Good music will take you anywhere. Just create good music. Yeah.
Wow. Thanks a lot for sharing those profound words. I know some will definitely get helped. That good music will take you far. And what's on your playlist? Let's say you're not listening to your own music. Do you have other artists that you have on your playlist?
Yeah. I listen to a lot of artists, but most times I do listen to trap songs because
Right.
I'm big on trap music. And again, I think I listen to Nasty C. Yeah, I
Oh, from
really love
SA, yeah,
Nasty C.
yeah.
I really love Nasty C. And there's this Zimbabwean artist I love. I forgot her name. I don't know her name, but she makes like Afrobeat. Yeah,
Afrobeat.
yeah. I can't remember her name.
Anita
But
Jackson.
no. I came across one of her video. When I remember, definitely I'll try and reach out to her.
Okay, great. Wow, that would be great. I think
Yeah.
they'll be happy to actually know that the music is reaching also other places.
Yeah.
And but how do you define your music? Do you call it Afrobeat as well?
I don't know because if you kind of check through my catalog on
Yes,
Apple Music, you're going to find like different genres of music. You're
I
going to
picked that.
find trap songs, Afrobeat. So I'll just say like oh no. But for now, I'm gonna keep it on Afro trap. Yeah, because I just do both, basically. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. I really, really appreciate. But when you are not doing music, when you're not in a creative space, what do you occupy yourself with? Like, what do you do in your spare time?
I draw
Oh, interesting.
and I play football. I play
Uh,
football. Yeah.
that's great. That's awesome. Well, it's been awesome, man. I really appreciate the time that you took to speak to us and also to your management and your team for making this possible. It's something that I think I've grown to admire about artists from Nigeria, Afrobeats artists, that they've got a team around. They don't work alone. And you
Yeah.
see how efficient everything moves around because there
Yeah.
is a team around them. And thanks a lot to your team behind the scenes.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Thank
You're
you
most
so much.
welcome. Great. So there
Thank
you
you.
have it. I've been speaking there to Khaid, who's an artist, Afrobeats, Afro trap artist. He does quite versatile music. But all I can say is that
Yeah.
he's one artist that we should keep an ear and an eye on. He's one of the fastest rising artists on the continent. And he was from Nigeria. And he's got a new song and a new project called Jolie that is out. And he's promised us something that is coming sometime this year. So we just need to keep our ear and our eye on the ground. Follow him on across all social platforms, Khaid, and then you'll be able to experience his
Yeah.
music. I'll show you a snippet from Khaid, and I'm out. My name is Plot Marco. Thank you.
Jolie, carry body, I call police. Say baby sweet but vanilla. I don't notice. Say I know fit to consider. Consider. Oh yeah. Jolie, Jolie, Jolie carry body. I call police. Say baby sweet but vanilla. I don't notice. Say I know fit to consider.
Showbiz will never sound the same again. earGROUND.